I'm heating up my pan, and that's another really important and really super huge when it comes to stir fries, is you want a hot pan and one of the biggest pans you have. So if you have a wok, fantastic, use that. Just a nice big non-stick skillet works really well too. And I'm heating some oil, and I'm using some canola oil, and you don't need a ton. We're going to just use about a tablespoon to 2 of oil in that wok, and I want it smoking hot. So I'm just kind of swirling it around. And I've got some uncooked peeled deveined shrimp that I'm going to use. You want it, you know, all peeled, but uncooked is the key, because if you're already buying like the shrimp cocktail shrimp that's already cooked, you're going to be cooking it twice, and you don't want to be doing that. You're going to get the best flavor with uncooked shrimp. So here's my test run. Yep, I put that shrimp in there, little sizzle, drop it down, and let me tell you, this cooks very, very quickly. So I'm spreading it out. Notice how I'm spreading it out in the skillet so that that shrimp is actually going to get a little bit of nice color. Same thing if you were going to do this with chicken, beef, or pork. Don't overcrowd that pan. Spread it out so that you can get a little color on it. Shrimp cooks super quick. It is, I mean, you need dinner on the table in a real hurry. Shrimp cooks way faster than chicken, beef, or pork. So by the time you even think about picking up the phone and ordering pizza or Chinese delivery, this dish is going to be done, and that's one of the reasons I love it. The minute it turns pink, it's done. So just a little bit on each side. Flip it over. And see, it's got a nice little, they call that a caramelization. Shrimp is a little bit sweet, so we're getting just some nice color on it. And then we're going to get it right out of the pan so that it doesn't overcook. And then we'll continue with the rest of the stir fry. Anne's excited about this recipe because it's healthy and she loves shrimp. Anne, good morning. How are you today? Okay, I think I flipped them all over. Gorgeous, pretty, pretty pink. Remember that movie, Pretty in Pink? Molly Ringwald? I'm totally dating myself. Okay, shrimp now is going to get out of that pan. And we're going to set it aside, and little shrimpy guys, we will get back to you in just a minute. One shrimp overboard. He did not want to get in that stir fry, but 2 are overboard. You're getting back in there. Okay, now, I'm going to add the rest of our oil, so another tablespoon or so. You don't need a whole ton, being that, especially because I've got a nice non-stick pan here. And at this point is when our veggies go in. So I mentioned trying to use up some veggies that you already have in that bottom, you know, in your refrigerator somewhere. And that's the other key with stir fry. I really don't like using vegetables that have already been cooked. Certainly you can, but I love to have tender, crisp, tender vegetables in my stir fry. So if your veggies have already been cooked and then you're putting them in a stir fry, they're going to be pretty mushy. So I love using fresh veggies, like fresh carrots that you've just sliced up, broccoli, peppers. Love the snow peas. So at this point, in goes about 4 cups of my veggies. You can also pick these up fresh right in the produce section of the grocery store. They normally have them there. And these don't take long at all. Now, while those veggies are doing their thing, cooking a little bit, I'm going to whip together a quick, easy homemade stir-fry sauce. You don't need to buy that $4 bottle of stir-fry sauce. You probably have all the ingredients in your house to make a really wonderful stir-fry sauce right now. So this is just cornstarch, which is going to thicken it a little bit and make it kind of coat the veggies and the shrimp. About a tablespoon of cornstarch. We're using some of our lovely Door Peninsula Winery. This is their drier white wine. About a third of a cup. And about a third of a cup of chicken stock. So this is a really light sauce. Everyone's going to love this sauce. It's not going to be too strong in flavor. I'm just going to whisk that together with the cornstarch to get that to dissolve in there. And I had some fresh garlic. Where'd it go? Okay. I don't want to ignore my veggies. I want to get back to the veggies, which are still nice and bright green, just getting a little tender. At this point, I've got some fresh garlic. Fresh ginger would also be fantastic in this. If you've got some fresh ginger laying around or jarred ginger, go ahead and throw some of that in there. Just going to give the garlic just a rough chop. Get that in there. Once my fresh garlic hits that pan, then we got to keep that moving, moving, moving. All right, now our sauce goes in. Oh, it's starting to smell good. I'm going to hit it with just a couple teaspoons, depends on how much soy sauce you like, of soy sauce. See, right when that sauce hits the pan, it starts to thicken a little bit. The cornstarch does that. In goes our shrimp and any juices that accumulated on the plate or in the bowl. Now, if the sauce is starting to get a little thick on you, which I actually think that looks pretty good, you can add a little touch more chicken stock or white wine. And then I love to finish this, which is one of the secret ingredients we were talking about, really making a lovely stir fry. If you are starting to do more and more stir fries, some of the ingredients that you should pick up is, besides a nice soy sauce, is something called sesame oil. You'll find it right in that aisle, the aisle of ethnic foods, and it's got a wonderful nutty flavor and just a little touch of it at the end of a recipe when you're doing Asian cooking stir fries. Just really gives it a nice nutty flavor like it came from a restaurant. Speaking of nuts, it's a shrimp and cashew stir fry, so we're going to throw in some cashews, and this is another thing that makes it special. You could certainly do almonds or some other nuts, but I love the cashews in here. And then I'm just cutting up some scallions. It's really fun to kind of cut them on the bias so they've got this really gorgeous look. And this is it. We're done. Start to finish, 12 minutes. Told you this is quick. Steamed up some white or brown rice, or this is also even just great over like spaghetti or linguine, or even if you wanted to keep it real healthy, a whole wheat noodle. Ann did some brown rice for me. Keeping it nice and healthy. And look at that gorgeous, the color on that broccoli. And it's still going to be tender crisp. Some carrots. I happen to love the snow peas. Get some of those shrimpers there. And then maybe a few more scallions over the top. A few more cashews, and there you go, my shrimp and cashew stir fry. If you're looking for this recipe, you can get it on our website. And now all of the COPS area food stores are carrying a lot of my recipes. So if you're looking for my recipes, just head on over to COPS, go to the service desk and mention that you're looking for Amy's recipes, and they should have them right there for you. Coming up, some more fun, healthy recipes, turkey meatloaf and tuna salad without the tuna? What's that all about? Plus a quinoa salad too, and lots more. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back.